You've taken my next thought out of my mouth, but I was going to ask you exactly about that 85% and how you at Georgiamune are trying to address the challenges facing that big bulk of the population who are suffering.
A great question. So, see, the issue, what helps me in that is the Nobel Prize that was announced 2 days ago, which was given to another discovery in immunology, which is the T regulatory cell, which is a type of cell that inhibits the immune system, and cancer take advantage of our cells in the body, our immune cells, and convert them. Those cells that are coming to attack the cancer, it converts them into the T regulatory cells, so become inhibitors. Now, why am I telling you this? One, because I'm celebrating the Nobel Prize, because one of the people that got the Nobel Prize is a very close friend, and he's an advisor at our company. And the second is because we decided to move away from what already succeeded in immunotherapy. So the checkpoint inhibitors that were developed in the 2012, etc., that led to that revolution, that led to the response in 15% to 20% of patients, plateaued. We need something new. We need some new science. So what Georgiamune is doing is discovering new science. For example, in T regulatory cell that got the Nobel Prize, we discovered the master switch of that T regulatory cell. Accordingly, we can turn it off in cancer patients. We can turn it on in other diseases that require it, but we can turn it off in cancer patients. So that's one of the new drugs that we've developed and now being tested in clinical trials to get away from the traditional things that succeeded into other part of science that we believe need to be explored. And we know it has a major role in cancer development and cancer spreading and the failure of responses. So that's one. So what Georgiamune is doing is really developing very new science. We were able to develop now 10 drugs, all of them based on very novel science and very new biology that leads to the development of therapeutics that could target those 80% of patients. So currently we have 2 drugs for cancer and 1 for autoimmune disease, but 2 drugs already in clinic that were based on those new discoveries that tap into that. What I call immunology is like a tip of the iceberg. We know only the tip. There is major part under the water that we don't know. And this is what's going to help the 80% of patients. So we need to dig into that. And this is what Georgiamune is doing.